15 million people to be vaccinated.
Well, the private sector will be part of the national vaccine rollout, but when will they be able to get more involved? That effort is being coordinated by Business Unity South Africa, and its CEO, Cas Kuvadia, joins us now live. Mr. Kuvadia, thank you so much for joining us. Is the private sector involved at this point in the rollout?
Yes, very much so. So we've been working with government, supporting the government effort for quite some time. And if you look at day one, there were 4 private sites, 83 public sites. We vaccinated over 10,000 people. As the week progresses, we will ramp up more private sector sites, and the estimation is that at the peak, the private sector will bring online more than 1,260 vaccination sites, which includes over 1,150 health sites, which are pharmacies, hospitals, and so on, around 100 workplace sites, and 10 mass vaccination sites. So that's the plan. And as we get the vaccines in and we need to scale up, private sector is getting ready to scale up accordingly.
We know some government sites couldn't go online because they simply didn't have the cold storage facilities, because we now are using the Pfizer vaccine because, of course, the J&J has been held up by the FDA. So have companies had to make the same kind of adjustments, since we are pretty much reliant on Pfizer for now?
Yeah, so some of the bigger sites, like some of the medical aid sites and so on, will have facilities. We are also looking at the possibility of breaking the Pfizer vaccines up into smaller packs, which can then be stored. And government is getting advice on this at the moment, which could be stored at lower temperatures, and that could be stored for a period of 5 days. So we'd have 5 days to actually vaccinate the people allocated to those sites. So we're looking at different options to do this without having any negative impact on the vaccine themselves. But the larger sites will have facilities to store the vaccines. Others will get delivery on an ongoing basis, and we hope that during the course of the week and into next week, we actually scale up the number of vaccinations quite significantly.
Why has the start been this slow, though?
Well, look, there are a number of reasons for this. One, as you said in your news clip, that the J&J vaccines have not been released, so we only have approximately 675,000 Pfizer vaccines at the moment, which can vaccinate about just over 330,000 people. More Pfizer vaccines will come in on a weekly basis at about 300,000 per week. So a lot of this is dependent on the number of vaccines we're getting. We are only using J&J and Pfizer. We don't have much of a choice between J&J and Pfizer at the moment. As soon as the J&J vaccines come on stream, and we're hoping they come on stream towards the end of this week, if we can sort out the FDA issues, and if SAPRA makes a call on this. And so as the vaccine supply ramps up, we believe that we will have the necessary infrastructure between the public and private sector to ramp up getting vaccines into people's arms as well. And I think in the next 7 to 10 days, you'll see a significant ramp up as the facilities are on stream, and as we hopefully release the J&J vaccine.
Cas Kuvadia, thank you so much for your time. Cas Kuvadia, the CEO of Business Unity South Africa, part of the coordinated effort from the private sector to lend their support to government with this vaccine rollout. Well, if you'd like